So, geez, Theo.
I knew that was
Theo.
West Coast. I knew it was
All right,
West Coast.
we're gonna just have to bring you both in at the same time. Theo, did you not understand Eastern Standard Time versus what time zone are you in, brother?
That's exactly what I didn't understand. That is literally exactly what I didn't understand.
So now Dave Russ gets preempted because you don't understand the concept of time. Like, come on now.
I'm sorry.
Who is in the background?
That is
I'm at a press conference.
And you're just here with, is that just like a security?
It looks like a security
you?
guard and a broom or like a vacuum in the back.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, fellas. That's totally on me.
It's all good. So in the bottom left, we have Dave Hrusovsky Sports. Did I say that right?
No, but you're all good. It's Dave Hrusovsky.
Hrusovsky, yes.
Yeah.
I tried. So we're just gonna cross-mogenate here and try our best because Theo is in a press conference. Are you at the actual Super Bowl right now? Like, okay. What's going on? What's the whole vibe here on a Tuesday at, I guess it's 10 o'clock there? 11?
It is 11 o'clock.
11 o'clock, yes.
The vibe is basically Andy Reid is about to speak, and everybody's piled in there, and then they're piled around Mahomes and Kelsey waiting for their appearance, and then there's nobody at any other table.
I thought Kadarius Toney would be a huge gather for a media day. I don't know.
So nobody wants to talk.
I don't even know if he's here. I don't even know if he's here.
Really? He's probably hiding or getting his feet frozen. Like, he went to the same cryo place that Antonio Brown went to, and they're just hanging out together, possibly. Yes. Long live career in Oakland. What I'm going to ask you, like, what is a media day? Like, this is our virtual media day, of course. Like, what is the real thing like? Is it anything
It's chaos,
crazy?
Really. Yeah,
really?
It's pretty crazy, honestly. I mean, opening night especially is at Allegiant Stadium, and then they pile everybody onto the field, and then there's reporters from all over the place. Like, the Blue Man Group was out there. Like, I think Tech9 was there on the floor, and then people are just asking wild questions. Like, Will Compton was yelling in my ear while I was trying to ask Fred Warner a question, and all the guys you see on Twitter and TV are just kind of around and hanging out, and it's a cool scene.
Have you seen anyone where you're like, what are you doing here besides like Tech9? Like, is there like some are there
the Blue
like
Man
Instagram
Group? The Blue Man Group was a little weird.
Getting bagged though.
But are there Instagram models and stuff that are there, and you're just like, what are you doing here? Like,
I don't really know Instagram models, so I guess maybe that there are some here. I mean,
are there some hot chicks? Are you trying to spit game? Like,
I'm in a relationship with my beautiful girlfriend Cammie, so I'm not even looking at any beautiful women if there are any.
She's watching. She's watching the stream, right? You sent her a link, and you're just like, "Yes, I am unavailable to anyone. I am not in Vegas to have any fun whatsoever."
Chastity belts on, boys.
Yep. Yeah, sorry, bro.
So I couldn't say if there are Instagram models here. I haven't even noticed.
Yes, very, very. I have a girlfriend answer right there, though we all notice. We all very much notice if it's happening. What do you think of this game, Theo? Like, who's going to win?
I think the Chiefs are going to win. My assessment is that both of these teams are evenly matched, and I just think the Chiefs know how to win games. I think that if they can beat the Eagles, if they can beat the Ravens, if they can beat the 49ers last time, like Mahomes and Kelsey Devil Magic will pull through again.
Damn it.
But
is Taylor Swift there yet? Has she showed up?
Yeah, she's been hanging around. I talked to her for a couple minutes, but
you legit talked to Taylor?
No.
Oh, damn it.
I think she's on tour in Japan, isn't she?
Yeah. I think so.
But yeah, I'm just hanging out. I'm sorry for missing my time slot.
It's
all
I'm
sorry
good
for being in yours.
Yeah, no.
I'm just vibing right now.
Yeah, dude. I was the most excited to talk to you again. But did you get a haircut since the last time we saw you? I think the last time you had long hair.
Almost certainly, yes. I had long ass hair, and I will again soon. But for now, it's a little cleaned up.
Yeah. All right. Give me a final score. on the Chiefs game?
Let me say, I think it's going to be high scoring. Let me say 33 to 28.
Wow.
Let's say that.
Okay. Do you remember what you predicted last year in terms
I
of...
thought the Eagles would win. So I don't remember what my score was, but I know that I was wrong.
So you don't know shit. All right.
No, I do not. I do not.
I don't ever know anything. I'm really just an idiot. I don't know how I got here, honestly. Wow. Okay. So why do you think it's going to be a high scoring game? Everyone else is saying it's going to be like lower. What do you just is there something you've seen on film, or?
I think when I look at the battle in the trenches, I just think that the offenses are going to be able to continue to move the ball. As far as the 49ers front goes, like that's a really dangerous unit, but with all the screens that Kansas City calls and the ability for Mahomes to evade pressure, I'm not like totally sure that that's getting home. And then on the other side, I think the Chiefs pass rush is pretty damn good with Chris Jones, but I think the 49ers are going to be able to get the ball out quick and keep Kittle and guys like that into block and use check and protect with more than just 5 dudes. So even though I love the players on the Kansas City line, I think that it's going to be that the passers have time to throw, and if they have time to throw, they're gonna put up points. So I think it could look a lot like the Eagles game last year, kind of close, high scoring. Maybe the 49ers opening script does well, and then the Chiefs make the adjustments and win out in the end. I think all those things could happen, but I think last year's game provides a good script for this year's game with like the super team versus Mahomes and Kelsey and Chris Jones. Really.
Can we ask the guy behind you what his Super Bowl prediction is? Like, excuse me, no, come on, you don't know that guy. All right, so I'm gonna have to cut you short. You already you showed up late, and
I showed up late. I was unprofessional.
Yeah, it's all good. If you want to come back at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which would be 2 p.m., the same link works, and that's open. Like Chiseled will be here. Like it's basically just rapid fire. Bengal, everyone will be here. It's more like a Zoom call. So if you want to come back and get a little more time at 5,
cool. Yeah. Do. Sorry about that, everybody.
No worries.
It's all good, man.
No worries. All right. Thanks, Theo. All right.
Sorry about that, David.
No worries. Like you got preempted. So if y'all do not know, David is the guru of weird baseball fields. A long time ago. How long has it been? 3 years ago?
Yeah, I started posting them in 2022, I want to say, but I started working on it in like mid to early 2020.
Yeah, and I did a video with John Boy Media, and then you sent me like 3 of the fields, like, and then from there we just started bouncing fields off of each other, and like every time we found a gem, we always DM and Twitter. Kind of tell me how that's evolved for you, and like it's actually turned into a business, right?
Yeah, I initially had I did Ohio, every single baseball field in Ohio. And I just kind of had the data and I just didn't know what to do with it. Initially I was like, should I make a YouTube video kind of like what you're doing with stadium stuff? Should I do like a blog post or something? And then I just one day in the spur of the moment, I kind of turned into like an infographic, and from there, that's kind of the format I've been doing. And yeah, it's every time I post, I get a lot of good feedback from people who had no idea that their state had like such weird fields. And I've since like made posters about it and like shirts and stuff. So,
and you actually go to these fields sometimes, like you actually go and look at them. What's fascinating to me is like the aerial and Google Earth always makes them look weird, but then you go to the actual field and it actually looks less weird, like from home plate. Like it looks like a baseball field because I guess the forced perspective. But like, have you seen ones in person where you're just like, wow, this is really weird still?
Yeah, there was one, I think in my like most popular post I went to in like southeastern Ohio, and they like have a football field, and in the top left corner is actually like the baseball field is just like shoved in there. Like second base is like almost it's like literally like 10 feet away from the goal post. And so I went there, and that one I was like, yeah, that's weird. A couple other ones, I agree with you. You get there and you're like, oh, dang. But yeah.
Yeah, there's one here actually. It's Tucker High School in Richmond, and it's a square, perfect square. And then in the outfield is a 45-degree grade. It's like Tall's Hill, but around the entire outfield in the shape of a square. The scoreboard is in fair territory.
Love that.
Inside the corner, and then the fence, the home run fence is above the hill too. So like you'd have to poke one like 360, 370, which is a big poke in high school just to get it out.
For sure.
And dead center, but like when you drive by, you're like, oh, that's a baseball field. It just looks, it looks weird, but not crazy, but it's still ugly as shit. It's disgusting. Oh gosh, I was going to ask you something. I'm forgetting what.
You're all good.
I did want to say though, like craziest field you've seen in person. Which one is it and why?
I would have to say that one I drove to, where the football field. I happened to play at a high school where our left field fence was our school, and it was like 25 feet tall or so. And I did the math, and it's like 10 feet farther than the Green Monster at Fenway, but only like a couple feet shorter. And so I always gravitated towards that one. There was one in New Jersey that like is around the Lincoln Tunnel that I saw one time. Yeah, I never noticed.
It's on top. Yeah, I think it's Weehawken High School.
Yeah,
it's on top. There's actually one in Manhattan that I saw. I was down at the Lower East Side skate park, and it's actually under a bridge, and it's a real baseball field. Like I did it in my second video. By the way, Barry already came in. He should be back at 5. But yeah, it's just there's no limit to the weirdness of a baseball field.
There's not. Possibilities are really endless.
Yes. Now, one thing I want to ask you before we go, because we were a little late, but now we got our next guest coming on. The SpongeBob outfit in the Cleveland Indians. How did that start? Like, I know other people have done it. I consider you to be the original. Like, do you claim to be the original? Did you start it first, or?
I do have to say I believe I am the founder of the SpongeBob costume.
You are correct.
Yeah, I in like July or August, Oscar Gonzalez got brought up midway through the season, and he was just mashing in his first couple of months in the league, and I noticed his walk-up song was the SpongeBob theme song, and I remember I had a costume that I wore to like a college Halloween party. That was my.
It was gathering dust.
Right. Yeah, it was my older brothers that he wore as like a child, but like just perfectly fit me, like just my torso up, whereas like a child would be like down to your like shins. And so I decided it would be really goofy if I just like wore it to a game, and just like every time he came up, I just like screamed. And so yeah, that was born.
Yeah, and you made it on TV multiple times. Like you were the star of that playoff run. Unfortunately, it kind of sucked last year.
And how sad were you when Oscar Gonzalez left for the Yankees?
That was pretty heartbreaking. I'm not gonna lie. I had a feeling that his days in Cleveland were gonna be numbered. He kind of had a rough second season there, which is really unfortunate because I've talked to him over the like years.
Oh really?
Yeah. We like exchange an occasional DM, and every time like something happens, I'm like, I'm rooting for you, and we like exchange stuff. But yeah, I was like anywhere but the Yankees,
and
it just happened. Yeah, I think he got designated for assignment again, which is really unfortunate. But
it sucks.
Yeah.
All right, we got our next guest in the green room. Can you give me your Super Bowl prediction?
I think that line, the over under has been really. I think it's going to be somewhere around there. I think it's going to be somewhere around like Chiefs 30, 49ers like 27, something like that.
Oh yeah, I think it's going to be within a field goal for sure. I think the script writers have that for us.
Butker's gonna do some magic there.
All right, where can we find you?
I don't have a YouTube channel, but you can follow me on Twitter at Dave HRUS.
Okay. We got to talk because eventually I'm going to make, every state's weirdest baseball field. And I'm not waiting on, yes, you're going to go through every one, but at some point I've got to, probably this summer, I'm going to make that video. And I got to find the 50 weirdest, not just the weirdest in each. Yeah, it's going to be fun, but that's going to be a lot of research.
Done for you already.
Yeah.
So
you already have 15 done?
I got 15 states done.
All right. Well, that helps me. But they're all high school field. There could be a college field that's weirder,
Could be.
So I'm going to have to pour through hundreds of baseball fields. It's going to be fun, though.
Join the
journey. All right. Thanks for stopping by, everyone. Dave Hrusovsky. Did I say it right?
There you go.
Dave Hrusovsky Sports, everyone. See you, David.